No brakes, all gas. Now watch me boss up. Blockchain's future, yeah, we stacking up the blocks. While they sleeping on the tech, we be breaking all the locks. Started from the vision, now we running with precision. Oracle's automation, man, we changing the division. Multi-VM flex, ain't no stopping the ignition.
GM.
Communication, now we breaking
GM people, what's up? I didn't do the robot today because I got called out by my man Chase, so ain't no robot today. We going all hip hop. Excuse the hood. It's freezing over here. This is typical spring weather. What you will see, folks, is that it's not going to be dark by the end of the show, depending on how long we go. But what do they call that? The equinoxes happened and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, sun and whatever. And our physics teacher, Judd, on the show today will probably explain it better. But the light is now upon us, and we can have longer days down here in the south. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 37 of The Sup. It's me, James, and your boy Chase, and our special guest, Judd Levy from AI Garden. Chase, welcome, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, James. I appreciate it. Welcome, Judd. I know we've been in discussion. I'm really excited about your project and you in general. So thank you for taking the time to come on our show today. For those that don't know, you are in Hawaii, correct?
Yes, on Maui.
And it's like, is it 4 a.m. right now for you?
Just turned 5.
Okay, just turned 5. All right, baby, somewhere right there.
But I have been up for an hour.
What a man.
Okay. Do you always wake up this early, or did we wake you up this early?
Yeah, I wake up this early. Well, no, I got up about an hour earlier than usual, but I get up this early because I'm still teaching full time. So
Right.
I'm getting up at this time usually to get ready for work.
That's exciting. I can't wait to learn more about that too. Speaking of, I lived in Hawaii as well. I went to the University of Hawaii on a surfing scholarship for my freshman year of college with my 4 best friends. We lived in Oahu, right in Waikiki and dorms. So I miss Hawaii a lot. I did get a little bit of island fever, and I think it was because I'm from Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. My whole family is here. So I only knew 4 people in Hawaii other than my dorm mates and people that you meet in classes or whatnot. But about after a year, I started missing my mom a lot. I came home for vacation for like Christmas. No, it was right after the school year ended. So I came home for summer to visit my mom, my family, my friends. Met a girl, fell in love. I was like, well, that's the end of my Hawaii trip. I'm staying in Texas. But I do miss it. Mahalo, my friend. Seriously, for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And really excited to be here with you guys today.
Really excited to have you, man. Chase, you know, the man has had 4 hours of sleep. Can you handle, bro? Like, this is commitment. And I can give you a little bit of alpha, which he said we can share. He has, I mean, don't tell where he works, but he has called in sick today so he can finish the show and catch up on sleep. What a man.
That's right.
I love that. Good, dude. I was actually going to mention that later, being like, hey, man, I'm sorry that you've had 4 hours of sleep and now have to go to school for the next 8 hours. But I'm glad that you don't have to do so.
Yeah. Fortunately, they give us plenty of sick days to call in, and I'm taking advantage of one.
Absolutely, which you should.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to come back to Judd real soon. Of course, he's the co-founder and CEO of AI Garden. If you're not following them on X, they are AI Garden Art. Amazing lore, amazing story behind what they have going. We're going to dig into all that, but for now, we'll kick off with community posts and ecosystem news. Chase, let's get into it, man.
Yep. So this is what we do at the beginning of each episode. If we have any new viewers that are in the audience today, we go over a little bit of community updates. We go over a little bit of ecosystem news and kind of just get everybody on the same page before we jump into the episode. If you haven't been able to pay attention for the last week, or you've missed some big announcements, we're here to fill you in very quickly before we get jumped into this episode. So first things first, I do want to shout out to everybody in the comments. Moonboy, what up? Chompy, hello, baby. Super Saiyans, what's up? We got Don Picano, sup. Super Indonesia, sup. And Mustafa, what's up? Martin, dude, my man, every single week. Love to see it. And Papa Kian, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but you know how it is. I don't know how to talk. So let's keep it moving, baby. Future Meridian. So the first community post this week is going to be about Future Meridian. Future Meridian found a really cool episode of the Block Hash podcast that featured Josh, our CEO, and introduces how trading has changed forever. The post reads, trading just changed forever. Layer 1 plus Oracle plus automation equals unstoppable. If this is then that for DeFi. Transparent, deterministic, unstoppable. Layer 1 for Super Dapps with Supra, episode 593, featured on the Block Hash Pod with Joshua Topkin. This isn't theory. This is the new on-chain meta, baby. Are you ready to trade without limits? AutoFi is something I think we're all really excited about. By the way, new use case dropped yesterday. If you don't know, now you know. Go check it out on our Twitter feed and give it a little test run.
New use case, baby. AutoFi, new use case. Let's go. Yeah, and then next up is my fellow brother from the continent of Africa, K5. K5, big shout out to you. I know that you're hustling real hard in the ecosystem. Long-time Supra supporter and rockstar community member. He has highlighted some cool news about Solido. They've permanently locked 11.2 million of their solid tokens. That's 11.2% of their supply into Supra's Fusion Vault. He then goes into a breakdown of why that's a big deal. So go and check out the full thread. It's over at 5K_, and that is a K spelt out K-A-Y. FIVEKAY_ is his handle on X. He's got the full thread there. K5, thank you for your support and your work in breaking down Supra for the community, man.
Yep, I see him all the time. I talked to him actually yesterday in Discord. So hello, K5. I hope you're doing well. Judd, by the way, if you have anything that you want to, mention or talk about, like when we could get to other projects or some of these posts, feel free to hop in. I don't want to make you feel like we're boxing you out on the sidelines.
No,
so
it's all good. Yeah,
okay, cool.
I'll jump in if I have something to say.
Love it. Awesome. So our next post is going to be from Sunraku. So I actually haven't seen him before, but he is using me as his profile picture. I don't know if anybody caught on to that, but that is my Nakora 1 honorary. He's using Chase as his profile picture. I'm a fan. What it do, baby? Thank you for using that. Actually, Nolan still has that NFT and he won't give it to me. So here we go. Sunraku highlights the Indonesian super community and how they're super keen to try the super liquid testnet, as we all are. Of course, you will need to practice that patience, brother, but it's coming. Trust me, it's right around the corner. And yeah, so shout out to Sunraku Supra. I love your profile picture, and you just got yourself a follow.
Let's go.
Let's see if he follows me. Let's see if he follows me.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's do the test. Sunraku, does he follow James?
Boom.
He follows James.
Oh, okay, we're good.
That's a follow back. Also, I mean, we just had Super Indonesia on the show in the chat there. So I wonder if you guys are connected. So it's cool to see the Indonesian community coming out. Shout out to you guys, man. All right, let's move on to ecosystem news. Of course, everything happening in the ecosystem. It's a very, very big month, is the month of September for the Super ecosystem.
About to say,
yeah,
so much going on.
There is so much happening. So much big news happening. Already we're on our second ICO 2.0 on the Common Fund platform. We've had Super Liquid. We now have Solid token, of course, Solido's utility token. So we'll get into that. But also Atmos, huge news from them. Their protocol is now live on mainnet. And the announcement reads, after countless hours of building, and I can tell you that it has literally been countless hours. We've been working with them for months in getting this all ready. They're now officially live. And after countless hours of building, testing, and incredible community support, shout out to all of you guys. We're stoked to announce Atmos protocol is live on mainnet. Best value every swap with our aggregator. Discover the next wave of projects on Token Studio. Ship your token in minutes. No code needed. Hello, AutoFi. Track all your tokens, NFTs, and LPs. Built on Supra for a truly high performance experience. One platform for all of your DeFi needs. Explore now, atmos.ag. That is where you can find all the details. Atmos.ag. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Atmos is actually I only clicked today when I was going through the posts. Atmos is short for atmosphere. Did you know that?
No,
I didn't know that.
I did not.
Like It's like, how cool. The atmosphere is thick with like expectation, you know. So I thought that was really cool.
I actually didn't know that. That's interesting. I'll have to ask what the when we get them on here, where did it come from?
Yeah.
What was the where'd the name come from? Next up, another big news, Solido. More big news in the ecosystem. Solido's token sale is open. It's currently open for Citadel holders, which is almost sold out. Actually, and the public sale should be live by the time of this reading. Is public sale live now? Let me check.
It should be.
Yes, public sales are now live, and they have raised over 90 million Supra at this time. They have crushed their goal of 50 million raised, and they are 180% over their goal at 90 million Supra. So huge shout out to the Solido team over there. And they're building super hard. I'm really excited for them and their whole team. We actually had a Reddit AMA with them yesterday. Judd, I know we're going to be trying to do one with you too. Basically what these are, you have an hour of day at a time. You go in there and you just answer questions that people are asking on Reddit. It went really well yesterday. I think the one yesterday with Solido had, I think, over 40 questions within an hour. He answered all of them, actually. So thank you for taking the time to do that, Mr. Square. But yes, awesome stuff going on with Solido. Round of applause for those guys over there. The tweet reads, the Citadel round is live. The solid token sales now. There we go. Shout out to the audience. Shout out to the audience. The solid token sale is now open on Super Labs Common Fund. 800K raised in private round. LST plus stablecoin plus yield live on mainnet. Lending plus risk-aware AI agent soon. Limited cap, limited time. Act fast. So again, shout out to all of them. Go check them out on Common Fund.
Yeah. Come on, Solido. Great work, guys. Right. Next up is SkinFi. This is cool for those of you that are into gaming. If you're a gamer and you stream, then this is for you, Chase. Maybe a little side hustle opportunity for you, my man.
Hey,
SkinFi are looking for gaming streamers to join their network and even their esports team. Come on. If you're a gaming streamer with over 1,000 followers, which I think is you, Chase, then get in touch with them. There are crypto packages and perks. All you got to do is DM them with your socials to apply. You could be one of the 5 streamers that they're looking for to join their network and their esports team, Serpent CS2. SkinFi making some cool waves there.
Absolutely. I won't apply because I want people to have a fair chance. If I apply to this, I'm top dog. I'm getting that position, brother. I'm in. So we got to save it for the people that actually want to.
Well, I didn't tell you the salary is $20,000 a month, bro.
Now I'm in. now I'm in.
I'm just joking. That is a joke, everybody. That is a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah. Actually, we did play a SkinFi tournament with them. It was the Supra team versus the SkinFi team, and we had like a tournament that we streamed live on our socials. And I did carry our team, by the way, but we did lose the tournament to SkinFi. So shout out to the boys at SkinFi. Big love, big love. Next on the docket is Pumpit.pro. So Pumpit.pro have announced that their airdrop is now live. I did post this on Telegram and Discord as well. You can claim it now at Pumpit.pro/airdrop with their initial liquidity added via Dexlin. Go check it out now. Their post reads, airdrop is live. Claim now. Initial liquidity is added on Dexlin. Trade here. I just reread the whole.
Yeah.
The whole
who wrote that script, man? It's like just identical for what's actually in the X post. Man, can we get proper script writers out here? Whoever's writing our script for the sub, you got to work harder, man. Really.
You do a great job.
All right, that wraps up ecosystem news and community news. Thanks for hanging in there, Judd. Just having a look in the comments real quick. Airdem.eth, sup to you. Welcome. You're an ETH fan, an Ethereum fan, I guess. So nice to have you in the Supra ecosystem. FireX, Supra potential, big X's soon. I'm not saying which one's NFA, DYOR. Y'all know the drill. Spiky.fun, shout out to you as well. And Martin says shout out to Devian, Supra working hard. Devian really is working hard, man. So nice to see the community recognizing that.
I do have a Martin. I saw you say something earlier. Still no Supra hoodie on this side of Spain. Did you DM me? I feel like I asked you to DM me so I could send you a hoodie. Just say, post in the comments if you have DM me. Yeah, you 100%. I'm not only going to send you a hoodie, I'm going to put together. If you haven't DM'd me, please do. If you have, I'm sorry. My inbox is a visual nightmare sometimes. So just let me know. If so, I will make a note here. Actually, I will make a note right now. Martin.
I can
Martin
actually
DM.
attest to that. His DMs really are a mess. He has not replied to me this week. And I DM'd him on Instagram, Telegram, and in our company Slack, and very, very little
Slack's the
response.
easiest.
So
Slack's
it's
the easiest
legit.
for me.
It's legit.
I'm 100%. I don't have any missed things on Slack because I get notifications everywhere. But on X, nightmare. Telegram, I don't have the purchase version, so anybody can DM me. So I shit you not, I probably get 150 DMs a day on Telegram, whether it be like wanting a job, wanting to be a mod, wanting to get free merch. Legitimately, I could go on for days, but 150 at least messages on Telegram. If anybody's ever tried to get a hold of me, do not message me on Telegram. Legitimately, like I will not see it. It's got to be Twitter. It's got to be Slack. So your options are Twitter for anybody out there,
Yeah.
other than internal, obviously.
Well, now I feel honored that you at least read my Telegram. Thank you.
Yes, and I did see you on Instagram. It was only 3 days late.
Bro, I'm not complaining, man. I'm just attesting to what you said, that life is hard and your DMs are a joke. I mean, I'm just attesting to that.
Oh, Martin, he said it was on X. Okay, I will check it as soon as after this. He said he said add him to Slack. All right, I'll add him to Slack.
Cool.
I did send you
Wait.
I did send you a Telegram message about two months ago. You haven't read it yet, but now I know why.
I'm telling you. Yes. Here, I should actually like pop my. No, I can't do that because there might be some. So I was going to share my screen and show my Telegram. I have 1,179 unread messages right now.
I mean, everybody's got that problem on Telegram, but that is a lot. That is a lot.
It's a nightmare.
Mohim Ahmed, bro, we hear you, dude. We can't talk about that on the show, but just want to say we do hear you, my friend. You've been spamming us on X and YouTube. We hear you, my friend. We're with you. We're working hard. Trust me, the team behind the scenes are working hard. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it at that. All right, let's get into it. The main character of today's show, Judd Levy. What a cool name, by the way. Judd Levy. He's the co-founder and CEO of AI Garden. If you're not following them on X, do it now. Do it now. They do not have enough followers, and I'm not saying that for any kind of sort of advertising reasons. I'm saying this is such a big project that for the amount of followers they have, if followers were like a price, a token price, then they are way undervalued right now. They do not have enough for how big a project they are. They are probably the most unique NFT project that you might have seen in the industry, that I've certainly seen in the industry. AI Garden Art is where you'll find them on X. Judd, welcome to the show, man. It's really, really great to have you. Just kick it off for us and just explain what AI Garden is.
Well, AI Garden is first and foremost, the way that I like to view it is that we're an art-forward platform. Essentially, the core of the platform is our world building engine. We approach NFTs a little bit differently. I was lucky when I got into NFTs with this platform, that AI was just really taking off at the time, and I had a real fascination almost instantly with AI when it started kind of making waves, and I was a big supporter of Supra from really early on. I found you guys, maybe a year before mainnet, and just have been, a real supporter.
How did you find us? Sorry to interrupt.
Well, I was living in New Zealand, where I was teaching. I've done a lot of teaching internationally, and I can't remember exactly how I came across Supra, to be honest with you, but I was really fascinated by the tech and the vision, and it really got my attention. So I was an early investor, and it was just something that was really exciting for me. But when after mainnet and I started seeing I joined a bunch of different super groups on Telegram, and followed you guys on X, and when I started to see people building on the Supra platform, I kind of got a little jealous of the excitement that the builders were having. Now I don't have the coding experience that your typical Web3 builder has, but I did have a lot of experience with generative art. I was really early into generative art, and I don't want to go too deeply into this, but I live in Lahaina, and this is where the fire was a couple of years ago.
Wow.
So at that time, I actually had to evacuate Lahaina, and I went over to Oahu for a little while, and I was really just emotionally wrapped up in what was happening, and I was big into generative art, and one of the things I started to do was start doing a lot of generative art about the beauty of Hawaii. And some of my art, I felt that it was really good art, so I approached a brick and mortar art gallery in Waikiki, and they fell in love with the art, and they decided to represent me as an artist. So I actually have some of my generated pieces in a brick and mortar gallery on
Wow.
Oahu. And that's kind of that's kind of where I really just dove deep into generative art. But getting back to Supra, so I was in a couple different groups, and I saw people getting really excited about the hackathons that were going on, and I said, can I build an NFT? It wasn't even a platform idea at that time. I said, can I make an NFT out of generative art? That's really where the whole thing started. I said, because I want to build, like these guys are building, and now with AI, all of a sudden I had the tools to do it. Because before AI, I'm not a coder, so I couldn't build the platform that I've ultimately been able to build. But I sat down with at my computer, opened up ChatGPT. I said, can we build a platform that's going to make an NFT out of generative art? And of course, the ChatGPT, which tells you everything you want to hear, it says, yeah, of course we can do that.
Well said.
So yeah, we can do that. So we started off slow and trying to figure out how to turn the generative art that I was creating into an NFT. The interesting thing about how the platform can snowballed into what it is today is I don't know if this happens for everybody or if it's just the way that I set up my ChatGPT system. But at the end of every response that it gives me, it says, so this is how you do it. But what would be really cool is if we added this feature. And I would say, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. And we'd go through that, and we'd add that feature. And at the end of that, paragraph, it would say, yeah, but what we could also do is we could do this. And I would say, okay, well, let's do that. And so, it just kind of gets building and building on itself. And I don't want to give all the props to ChatGPT.
Sure.
I think, I did have a little bit of vision in what I was building. But initially, it just started out, can I make a generative NFT? And that's really kind of where this thing began.
That's awesome. What have you been an NFT guy in the past? Like, have you had the love for NFTs and Web3 before, or kind of were you thinking like that would be the easiest way for you to actually test Supra's tech and like try to build something?
Well, I have a little bit of experience with NFTs. I wasn't a huge NFT guy, but over the years, I have owned some and sold them and made a little bit of money. And I enjoy that community. It's fun. I wasn't a huge NFT guy, only because my life is filled with a million other things that I need to do. But yeah, I mean, I have a little bit of experience. I mean, I absolutely knew what NFTs were, and and why they had value. Yeah, I went into it with some decent idea of what I was doing, what I was planning.
Well, awesome. Now let's talk about you and your own story a little bit. I believe you do have a unique story, and I know a little bit about it, so I can say that confidently. But from a teacher into AI and Web3, like, tell us about that journey a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm a high school science teacher. I teach physics and chemistry. I've been doing that for 15 years. It's been a passion. I love teaching. I love giving knowledge to others. So, that's been really exciting for me. But I love tech. I'm a science teacher. I do some stuff with tech in my room. Actually, in my classroom, I'm a huge proponent of the use of AI in the classroom,
Nice.
which kind of is a little different than how some of the other teachers approach it, because they view it kind of as a cheating tool for
Principals
students.
must hate you.
Yeah, on that issue, yeah, I did get a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
A lot of teachers are just set in their ways, and they don't want to, they do it a certain way. It works for them, and that's great. But I'm always reading up on the latest and greatest, newest stuff. And when AI came, I almost instantly knew these kids need to know how to use this stuff. They need to know it, because this is going to be everywhere in their life. And so, let me teach it to them, rather than trying to figure it out on their own. Let me show them how to use it. I became, I guess, really involved in that side of it. I don't want to say I'm an expert, but I feel like I can show my students how. Excuse me, one sec. I'm sure I felt like I could show my kids how to use this stuff in the right way. Not just as a cheating tool, and some of them use it for that. They're not as smart as they think, because it's
Yeah,
quite
exactly.
clear. It's almost instantly obvious, that this was done by AI. But I've shown them, use it as an outline, use it for ideas, use it, to gather information, but just don't let it do the work for you. And I've actually done some really cool generative art things with my kids in the classroom. It's been really exciting for me. But so I've been teaching for 15 years. I've been teaching mostly internationally. So right now I'm Maui, and this is where I think I'll end my teaching career. I really like it here. But before this, I was teaching in the UK, and I taught in New Zealand, and taught for 5 years in the Dominican Republic. And I started my career in New York, which is where I'm from.
I can hear that.
Yeah, so it's been quite an adventure, but I'm so excited about what I'm building here with this platform. Like I said, it just started out as, can I turn generative art into an NFT? And I really don't think I would have ever done this on any other blockchain. It just, I fell in love with Supra. I think it's an amazing blockchain. I wanted to be a part of it. I saw people building on it, and I said, I want to do that. So that's really where it started.
Amazing. I mean, it's such a modern way of thinking about teaching, and introducing this tech to your students, and then actually applying it to your own life and wanting to make this a real part of, and a real big part of your own life and your own mission in life. In Intra Gallant says that he's a teacher too, or they're a teacher too, but they love crypto. Using Web3 in their classroom is a piece of cake. So very bullish on what you're saying here, Judd.
Awesome.
Absolutely love it, man. So now, from what I understand and what we've spoken about off camera, you got into NFTs through the Hug platform, I think it was. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys are going to be on the Hug. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Really excited about this collaboration that I have with the Hug. It's hug.art. My website is actually aigarden.art. And I decided to use the .art domain because I was a big user of the Hug. It was a place where I was posting some of my art and getting involved in some of their open calls, and I won a few of those open calls, and it's a great place for artists. When I built out my platform, right from the beginning, I knew that I wanted to do something with Hug and with open calls with them. So you want me to talk a little bit about the open call that I have, the collaboration with them?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I
I
would
mean,
love to hear about it.
the Hug is huge, man.
Yeah, really big. Hug does. It's a place where artists, can post art, but they also do open calls, and artists will post their art for an open call, and either it's a winner's chosen by the community, or it's curated by the people putting out the open call. And I knew it was something that I wanted to do, so I touched base with them. My platform was starting to come along at that point, so I was able to show them what I was doing. And I said, I would really love to collaborate and do an open call on Hug. And they were really enthusiastic about it. After some discussion and showing them what my platform is and how it can work with the Hug. And so we have a collaboration that's coming up. Almost immediately after we launch, should be live in a few weeks, where it's a collaboration between Hug, Supra, and AI Garden. And Supra has a big involvement here too, because the prizes for the winner is going to be just amazing. So in addition to getting a monetary prize, which Supra has generously put forward, and it's a substantial prize, which is really exciting for artists. The winner of the open call is going to also get a collection on AI Garden. So I'm going to help them. Whoever the winner is, I'm going to help them by working with them to build out a collection, that is theirs. That really shows off their art.
Am I allowed to enter this?
Absolutely,
No.
it's going to be voted on by the community.
Come on, baby.
So, if the community,
then I've already got the upper hand, baby. I've already got the upper hand, and I've already sold out an NFT project that I created all the art for. I've been here and I've done that, baby. I am gonna win this competition. You might as well not even enter. You might as well not even enter, because Daddy's coming for the gold. Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah. So people are going to come to my platform. They're going to create a generative art piece on my platform, and they'll get a code that they can take their art over to the Hug and post it on the Hug, and the community at the Hug and the Supra community will vote on the piece. Nice. And the winner is gonna get something really special.
I love that.
Amazing.
Really excited
I
about
just
it.
want to reiterate here. I'm actually not going to be joining the competition. I want y'all to enjoy this, and it really would just be rude of me to do so. Okay, so but I am going to sit on the sidelines. I do want to support everybody. If y'all do have any questions about NFTs, building NFTs, you can reach out to me directly. I know Judd's super busy, but I'm sure he would love to help you on this endeavor as well. I'm super stoked to see what comes out of this, and I'm sure that the person that does win will not be me as an alias. It will not be me as an alias. Just saying that now.
Hey, the art will speak for itself. If you submit a
Exactly.
piece that's outstanding, you got just as good a shot as anybody else.
Exactly. So you've described yourself as a non-programmer who used AI to build AI Garden, right? But what was it like the whole process of collaborating with AI as a creative tool, and how did it empower your vision, like you've kind of talked about previously, bringing your vision to life without traditional coding or development or experience at all?
Well, it's been quite a journey. When I first sat down at the computer to collaborate with AI, because that's my major collaborator, I didn't know what I was doing. So, um, uh, between building move contracts and learning how to code the back end and front end and celery workers and all of the things that that are involved with excuse me, with running AI Garden, it was actually it was good that I didn't even know how difficult it was going to be, because I might have given up at the beginning,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I've heard so
yeah.
many founders say that. Like, if I'd
Yep.
known how hard it was going to be, I wouldn't have done it. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary to hear.
Yeah, and some people will refer to it as what I'm doing as vibe coding. I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with that, because I think it's awesome that this technology now is open for people to create programs and do things in Web3, and
Yeah.
just do things that wasn't available to them. What I
Yep.
don't like is that what I've built over the last almost 9 months is really complex. I have been literally going through, my code line by line with AI, and sometimes, it took me a month to figure out one thing. For instance, like
Oh man.
just getting the
That's
Starkey
crazy.
wallet to work with my MintFlow, and I mean, I must have worked on that for a month.
Oh
And
man.
so, it's really easy to just give up. Um, the interesting thing is, yeah, I'm a teacher, but in this situation, all of a sudden, I became the student, and you really have to have a lot of patience to get things right. So vibe coding is great, but what I've built is far more than just
Yeah.
calculator, or or a calendar app or something like that. There's so many moving parts to AI Garden, and I think it's really unique. One of the great things about not having the experience of building out a big platform like this is, you know I didn't have a roadmap to go by. I wasn't doing things, for the third, fifth, or 10th time. Everything I was doing for the first time, and I was, figuring it out as I go. So I really didn't follow what, I think most builders would, look at as a traditional roadmap. Do it this way, and you do it this way, and you do it this way. It was more like, well, can we do this? Is this, because I haven't seen this before. So is this possible? And once again, the AI always says, yeah, of course it's possible. And that's the interesting thing is, really, what I've learned is that anything that you want to do with this kind of platform is really possible. I mean, there's no limit. One of the things that really exciting for me is my mint flow. Um, I think what I've created with the way that the NFT is created on NFT on AI Garden is completely a unique mint flow. So when an NFT is minted in the traditional NFT world, the NFTs the images are all created ahead of time. The metadata is all created. All of that's done ahead of time, so that when users go onto the platform, they do their transaction, and the mint occurs at the time of transaction because the image and the metadata already exists. But our art is created after the initial transaction, so there is no image or metadata to mint at the time that you pay the transaction. So actually, one of the well, let me explain the flow, and then I'll tell you how I got there. But instead of minting at the time of transaction, what you do on my platform is the transaction reserves your space. You go on, and we'll do a demo as soon as you guys are ready. But
shortly
you
coming
go
up,
onto my you go onto my platform. You decide, these are, kind of the ideas that the keywords or the prompt that I want to use to create my NFT, and you send that off. The Star Key wallet pops up, and your transaction gives you a reservation. That kicks off the generative art flow. Once the transaction occurs, the image is then created. The AI, and I have I'm using I think 5 different AI models between text and vision, and so what happens is you set the idea of what you want your image to be. My back end will kind of tweak it a little bit to make it fit into a collection, because we don't want just random images. We want a cohesive collection. So we do a little back end work that takes your vision and applies it to our vision, and so we get the image is created. The AI looks at the image, it analyzes it, it writes an analysis, it writes a chronicle that goes into an ongoing lore book that's written in real time. That's really based on the user's ideas. So I don't even know what's going to happen in this book. It's just being written in real time. And finally, when my system has gathered all of this stuff together, my backend then mints the NFT and transfers it to the user. And I don't think that I've seen anything quite like this before. So it was a really interesting way of doing it. And the interesting thing that I really wanted to highlight was the way that I figured this out was when I was trying to index my NFTs on the Crystara marketplace. They were all showing up as blank with no image and none of my metadata or anything like that. And I really want to give props to Yang at Crystara, because he's just an amazing guy, and the community is really lucky to have him. He
agreed.
Really, I mean, he helped me out in some really tight spots about how to do some stuff. But when I was trying to index on his platform and things weren't showing up, I couldn't figure out what, how come I don't see my NFTs? What's going on here? And I finally realized it. Well, I'm minting at the time of transaction, and there's nothing there. There's no image. There's no metadata. So what I was minting was just placeholder stuff. And so I had to rework my entire mint flow into this reserve image generation transfer model. and it's seamless. I mean, the user, if for the user, it'll just seem like they're minting an NFT like they know how to do. But in the back, there's a lot of really novel stuff going on, and yeah, just strong props to Jan and Christara. He's been really amazing, and that's another partnership that I really want to talk about. Is we're going to be working hand in hand with Christara to index my NFTs on his platform. So when you mint an NFT, it'll be instantly tradable on Christara.
Love that.
Come on,
Love
man.
that. Big shout out to Young. I'm such a fan
Yeah.
of him, not only as a person, but a builder. He's such a young guy. I think he's 23 or 24 years old, and he is wise
Amazing.
beyond his years.
Yeah.
Young, I love you, buddy. You know, I tell you all the time, I'm a huge fan of you. And we can't thank you enough from Supra ecosystem as a whole, dude. You're crushing it.
Yeah.
And Judd, something I wanted to mention about being a builder, especially in the NFT side of things, because I've been there before. How many times have you been laying in bed at night and you're trying to figure something out? For me, it was like the layering. I was having trouble with the layering program, and I couldn't figure out like why my eyes were being tilted above the hat, or it was just something very simple like this. But I'd be laying in bed, trying to put this puzzle piece together, and then I would go, oh shit, there it is. I would literally have to jump out of bed, and whether I like pull out my phone and write it down so I wouldn't forget it. Sometimes I would just run to my computer and start like running the application again to try to get it to work. But how many times has this happened to you, especially the way that you're building? You were talking about how it took you a month to get that one process done. How many times were you laying in bed going, oh my God, that's it? And you having to get up and write something down.
All the time. I mean,
dude, right? It happens all the time.
Yeah. And so many times I've gotten up at 3 a.m. just to run over to the computer to implement something that just came to me. And it's been a really interesting journey to get this far. So many times. And I imagine this happens for a lot of builders who are new into building, is you just say, I can't do this. I'm never going to be able to figure this out. And I've had those moments. When initially, now Supra has brought on some incredible tools for helping build smart contracts and such. But when I started building on Supra, and I'm trying to build a move contract, and I just can't get the thing to compile, and weeks would go by, and I just couldn't figure something out. And there were so many times where I just said, I should just give up, and I never got to that point where obviously where I gave up, but I just kept plowing away. And that's the one thing that I would say to people is that you just have to be able to get past that feeling of I can't do this, because that must have happened to me several dozen times, that because I have so many different moving parts on my platform, there were so many things where I just said this is not possible to do, but I just kept hacking away at it, and eventually I was able to do it. So that's really all I say is just don't give up. Don't give up. You can do it. You just got to keep working at it.
It's much easier to give up. You know what I mean? And like I had a friend of mine, his dad, he was like this, he was a wealth of knowledge for me. My dad wasn't around when I was growing up. I was kind of raised by my grandparents. I had a stepdad I didn't like. So I spent a lot of time with my friend's parents, and he was this man, God rest his soul. He was just an incredible man. And when we did travel baseball a lot. We'd be playing these teams that were older than us, and we'd be down on our luck because we'd be 0-3. And he would be so genuine about it. Hey, y'all's asses need to stop crying. It's a lot easier to give up than it is to try to win these games. And it's always stuck with me. And I take that with me. I'm not even involving it in sports anymore. It's like in life, I'll find myself, whether it be a campaign I'm working on or some work I need to get done. And it's like, I feel like I'm in the weeds, right? I'm far behind. I don't really understand the process. And I have to go back to those times where riding on these 90-degree school buses during the summer in Texas, melting on these seats. Hey, it's a lot easier to give up. keep going. And it's like, all right, you're right. It's a lot easier to give up. I'm not going to give up. And so I love to hear that aspect from you as a builder too, because it is easier to give up. It's easy to go, nah, I'll worry about it later. Or this problem's too hard to figure out right now. But instead, people like you and I are waking up at 3 a.m. to run to our desks and go, oh shit, I think I got this figured out now. So just, I love hearing that. And everybody should focus on that.
And then the just the satisfaction of getting it to finally work is just an amazing feeling. I can't believe I did this. I finally did it. This is incredible.
Where you're walking around throwing the hands in the air. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I love it. There's no better feeling. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. And there were so many times where, I really just, I'm surprised my computer actually made it through all the way here. There were so many times I really wanted to just, punch my fist through the screen, and pulling my hair out and, but just keep at it. Just keep at it. Yeah. You can do it. You can do it.
All right, Judd, the time has come, I think, for you to show us the money. I would love to see AI Garden in action. Spiky.fun in the chat is telling you, incredible. The whole journey you've been through is inspiring. You're so persistent. My respect. We also got Drew says, keep building. Chompy says, AI Garden is actually great. It's new. That's why people are skeptical, but it looks like they will use Supra's DAO for community voting, AI generated NFTs. AI Garden will be the home of AI generated NFTs that is still community driven. So the chat is loving it. The community is loving it, but we want to see this in action. So share your screen.
Let's do it. All right.
This is where the fun begins. And I have brought this up on the show before because I've demoed it. I've messed with the beta. And so when I'm explaining it, I feel like I'm doing like a decent job, but I'm like, you just have to like see it. So now that we're here, I'm really excited to see you just show people how it works.
Awesome. So you guys got my screen up?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. So here's the main page. These are some of the collections, some of the first collections. I've done some posting on X about these collections. Let's take a look at how it's done. So you'll choose a collection. I'm gonna stagger these. I'll put them out one at a time. But let's take a look at the Tiny Legends collection because I'm really excited about this one. So
I love this one too, by the way.
Thanks. So you have your choice of an AI prompt where you can enter some keywords and our system will enhance the prompt for you, create something real exciting. Or you can go manual prompt. You could enter the prompt in yourself if you're an advanced user and really want to have control over what's being created. But let me do the AI prompt so we can see how that works. So just some keywords. Let's try ghost, laser, rainbow. I don't know. Anything you want to throw in there?
Ghost, rainbow, laser,
bush.
What'd you get? Bush.
Lion.
Right. Lion.
Okay, let's see what that does.
Cool. Yeah.
Now I'm going to generate
this front end. Just you and AI together.
Yeah. I built the whole thing with AI. Just a collaborative effort between me and my buddy ChatGPT. Okay.
Incredible.
So let me zoom in a little bit so we can take a look at this. So based on these keywords, it came back with these 4 possible prompts. If we don't like these, we can choose a different one. Anything you like on this one?
I like I think a bush-crowned witch, her hair tangled wreath of spectral thorns, wield a staff of sunlight and shadow. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with that one.
Okay.
All right. So now
I like that. That stood out to me as well because right here on this cliff, we get what's called a crowned eagle, often flying over here. So the crowned witch stood out to me.
All right,
So can
so
you
the
explain
wallet,
what's happening right now?
yeah. The wallet popped up, but since I'm not sharing that screen,
Yeah.
you didn't see the pop up.
Yep.
But okay, so now the generative process is happening. You can see that in the window, because it takes about 60 or 70 seconds to
Yeah.
create the NFT, analyze the image, write the chronicle, do all of that. I try to give the user something interesting to look at while we're waiting for that to happen. So if you
Very
read here,
smart.
we got some topical banter that is related to your prompt. Exciting news from the Garden of Spectral Mysteries, the NFT, featuring our garden commanding bush crown witch wielding her magical sunlight and shadow staff has just blossomed, enchanting your digital collection.
And that's text generated by ChatGPT.
Yep, yep,
Dude,
yeah.
I mean, so
you know
you've
what
got
this
ChatGPT generating an image for you, plus you have it generating your sort of loading screen as well.
yeah.
Everything, almost every aspect of the platform has ChatGPT involved in it. So
Man,
Look how sick this
let me zoom
is.
out a little
wow.
bit.
Look at that bush crown.
All right, so here's the image. Here's the link
Amazing.
to SuperScan. If I go to the details page,
And
okay,
this is
so
on
here's our
testnet at the moment, right?
this is on testnet. This is on testnet. I I'm I'm ready to launch. Yeah.
Woo!
There's a few things. There's a few things
Let's
I
go.
need to do. I got to move the contracts over to mainnet and do just a couple other things. But I mean, the platform essentially is done. So
Right.
so here's what happens. It will give um, the ChatGPT will look at the image using the vision model. It will
Wow.
give the NFT a name and a
Wow.
title.
Come
Um,
on.
the rarity score. I can go into that if you like, but
Yes,
the
I
rarity
would actually
score
love that.
the rarity score is really based on a complex system of how the ChatGPT reads the image. It knows what my platform will make kind of in a general sense. And based on that, it will take a look at what's been created and score different aspects of what it sees in the image. I don't want to delve too deeply into it because I don't want to give anything away or have anybody kind of try and reverse engineer, how rarity is calculated on AI Garden. But it's a very, very complex system. And finally, the last piece is that I use Supra's DVRF to randomize the rarity, to a degree. So it really, adds a level of fairness to the rarity scoring.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that idea. Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know
so
you
I
were
mean,
doing that.
again,
That's incredible.
Supra's vertical integration and full stack of services and protocols all within one stack just makes that so easy for builders like you.
yeah, and Super really has been really easy to build on. And one of the things that I've really loved is the accessibility that I have to the Super team. To help me when I have questions. I wouldn't get that if I was trying to build on Ethereum or something like that. So just that close relationship with Supra has really made a huge difference. But let's get back to the image for a second. So the AI will look at the image. It will write an analysis based on what it sees. It will pull out traits from the image. This stuff will help determine rarity, what's going on in the traits. It will write a chronicle. So if you see here, right, we're into chapter 13. These are I've minted 1,171 of these, and probably 1,000, of the other collections too, just over the last month, just building and building. But this is a chronicle that every NFT is going to get. It actually is written into our lore book, which I'll show you in just a minute. But you can see there are other NFTs that are involved because this is an ongoing book. which is written in real time, and so there are things going on. So it's got to write it into the story. So there are already characters in the story, and so it will write this character, Thornella, into the ongoing story. So one of the things that I really love is you can talk to your NFT. Let's take a look at that. Hey, Thornella, where are we going today? And so you can have an ongoing conversation. And
How crazy!
Come on, man.
This
is
tripping
us out. You're tripping everyone out right now, Judd. Like,
dude, I'm tripping.
Going crazy. You've even got Young in the chat from Kristara saying this is incredible.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much. This is actually saved in my database. So it has memory. I can come back later, and it knows all about itself. So here it probably discusses. It's talking about the moon, the prismatic moon, the twilight glade. So it knows what's been said in the analysis. If you can go on different side quests and do battles. I'll show you that in just a minute. But it will remember, oh yeah, I had a battle against such and such character that I lost or that I won, and it will remember that. It will also.
Does that go into the story?
Yeah, that'll be fed into the story. Now, not every single thing is going to go into the lore book. Yeah, the lore. If that were the case, my lore book would be 1,000 chapters long. And,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
but maybe like the
basically
big battles that maybe like change the trajectory of the story a little bit, right? Like maybe like some main characters battle it out, one of them loses, and now the story changes a little bit.
That's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens.
So awesome, dude.
Yeah. So different things. And I mean, even this new character is going to come into the story and change it in some way, because now they're a part of the story. But yeah, this will remember my name. And one of the things I did though is I made sure that it will remember where it's been, what it's done, the battles that it's in. So if you transfer or sell your trade your NFT, it will have that memory. But what it won't remember is your name, the previous owner. It will know, I was owned by this wallet and I was owned by that wallet, and this is is all blockchain specific, and people can find that information out anyway. But I didn't want to make people feel like, well, I don't want this thing to remember me, 3 owners from now. So the memory of Joe goes away. It knows that it has a history, that it's been through these holders, but you don't have to worry about it maintaining any kind of information about you or anything like that. Once the transfer happens, the new holder is the priority. So let's take a look. We can go to the Tiny Legends collection, and so
I have one in here.
Yeah, these are some. See, let me. Yeah, okay. So these are some of the other NFTs, just so you can see the different art that's collection and
Dude, these are so sick.
Yeah, the variation of different characters. This guy, I was watching the movie The Running Man the other day. Remember with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, I remember that.
Now it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that was actually a book, and I think it based the character. I told it to make The Running Man. It's got the outfit, and I think it based it on the character of the book. But
I see Sub-Zero up there from Mortal Kombat right next to it.
Yeah,
that is so sick.
Yeah, and
the chat is going off. People are loving this.
The thing I love about this is that, and I don't know how you did this, and I don't want you to tell me your secrets because this is just incredible. How I love that this is completely AI generated based off of keywords that I give the prompt, or the prompt is AI generated itself. but they all look under the same collection. If you've ever looked at NFT collections that have been AI prompted before, none of them will look alike. They'll be shaped in different ways. Some will be profile pictures, some will be outside pictures, some won't even look like the collection at all, but it will be a part of the collection. And the response is always, oh, well, it's AI. It's AI. They're not all supposed to look the same. And that's fair. That is 100% a fair assessment. But look at what you're doing. This is an AI generated collection that all looks cohesive. This is incredible shit. I've never seen anything like this before. It blows my mind, dude. Legitimately.
It's huge, man. It is huge.
Yeah, that was a really important thing to me, was to make sure that this really just looked like a cohesive collection of characters that all belong together in the same universe.
It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so this is that collection. We can look at a couple. Here's the Kaibutsu Chronicles collection. These are kind of a collection of Edo era inspired Japanese monsters with kind of a funky twist to them.
I love this kind of art, like this, like Japanese old style tattoo art. Like I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Here's another collection that I've created. This Dream Protocol. This is more a little kind of a little more artistic. This one doesn't actually have the lore attached to it. This is more kind of an art style collection. But like you said, I mean, it's cohesive collection. You know that this is a Dream Protocol NFT just by looking at it. I mean, it belongs to that collection. So we can come up here if I go to the battles page. So what happens is every 25 minutes a battle will ensue. It'll randomly pick two NFTs and pit them off against each other in battle. So it's yeah. Yeah,
so crazy.
These are just different battles that have occurred over time. So yeah, it will do the battles automatically, because one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure that the platform was always in motion, that things are always happening. But you can also initiate your own battle, and it'll do a battle against other characters. So here we can also do a side quest. So now it's actually popping up the wallet again because we're doing a side quest. And if I confirm the transaction, it will then give me some options. And so now here's some different side quests that you can choose to go on. These are just different options. You can I always have it. You can team up with another NFT character.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so that will do a side quest that will involve another character as well. And so now it's building out the side quest. So that's another way that your character continues to grow. And one thing I'm going to add right before I launch for sure is some battle meters and side quest meters, so that over time your character can grow in strength and can show a history that it's done these different things. And also so a meter where when you talk to your NFT, the more you talk to it, the more it will grow in a sense. So there's a lot of different things happening. It's not just a static picture that you can put it as your profile. This is something that just continues to grow over time. And once the collection is minted out and all the NFTs have been done, it will still continue to grow, because you can continue to battle and go on side quests and do all of these things long after the NFT has been created. And that was one thing I really wanted to try and do, was to make it so it was something that just didn't stop at you created the image and that's what you get. I really wanted to make it kind of the blockchain equivalent of kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons, or
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering, that sort of
Our
thing.
our
Sure.
producer Napoon actually spotted that. He actually said right at the beginning of your screen share, he said it's giving off a Dungeons and Dragons vibe. So you've really
Yeah,
got
that's
that down,
exactly what
man.
I was going for. That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going for.
It's crazy. It's crazy how interactive you can be with this NFT. Like
Yep.
for example, we have people in the comments that are saying, "Finally, I can create my waifu AI NFT and talk with her." So,
Yep.
so we're going that route. But we really just need to think about this from the perspective of an NFT of what it is. When you in an NFT, you get a stagnant image that immediately puts you inside of a community, which is the basis of all NFT projects. Like-minded people, like-minded things. We're going to get along because we kind of like the same stuff. But now you're giving the opportunity to not only grow this NFT, but now you're interacting with it. You're talking with it. Now it's liking you more because you're talking with it more. Now it's growing because it loves you. Now it's starting to have battles with people, and you have a history of these battles. This is almost like a Pokemon NFT that you're able to just do whatever you want with. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in NFTs, and I've been in NFTs since 2018. So I
It's
can't
crazy,
say anything
man.
else.
And I'm really excited about where we can go with this, because I'm hoping very soon I can start building a team that can propel this to the next level. Because I've been building this alone, but that has kind of hamstrung me, because I can only work on one thing at a time, and if something is taking me several days or a week,
Or a
everything else
month.
comes to a
Yeah.
standstill until I can get that figured out. So I've got a lot of features, but I spent a lot of time on it. But I have so many ideas of where I can continue to really expand on this and make it even greater. So it's something that I'm really really looking forward to. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This
Which is
platform,
scary.
yeah,
Which is
yeah,
scary
yeah.
to think about.
Dude,
In a good way,
So yeah,
obviously.
it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Judd, I haven't seen a comment section like this. Probably with respect to all of our previous guests, the comments are just blowing up. People are blown away, man. You have
humble.
completely torn open the NFT landscape, and we're just privileged that you chose Supra, because
Seriously,
this
though.
is huge. It's huge, man.
Well, like I said, if it wasn't for Supra, I wouldn't have done this. So
Wow.
it goes both ways. Yeah, it really does.
Man,
Yeah,
this is
really
incredible.
excited. So here's the open call. So for the open call on Hug, you'll come on my platform. You're not going to have 89 submissions. This was for testing. You'll get to submit three NFT, three images. But you'll create an image on my site. It will take you to the submissions page. You can see these are these are ones I made with a different wallet, so you can't really see, but you'll get an entry code. If you're connected with the wallet that made it, you'll get the entry code, which you can bring over to the Hug. And I'm really excited for that collaboration. And Supra's been great with really behind that too. So really excited about that.
Young says in the chat, using the Crystara account. So shout out to you, Young sir. Been watching Judd build AI Garden from the start, and it's been crazy watching the platform grow. So, I mean, that is one of the most impressive builders that we've spoken about. We mentioned that on this show. And there you have those kind of props coming from the primary NFT marketplace on Supra and in the Move ecosystem. And Judd, you're not even on mainnet, man. Like, come on, let's go. We want to see this launched, bro.
Oh yeah. We are super close. Within a couple weeks.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Judd, look, to be honest with you, we are running out of time, and it's really hard because we're always like, do we carry on? Do we move forward? Do we just hold on? I think we're going to have to do an episode 2 here.
We have to.
Chase, I think just go through a couple of user questions.
Yeah, let's do some user questions. And the reason being, Judd, at the end of every episode, if you've watched these, we get to hot seat questions, and it's more just like getting to know you, putting you on the hot seat, asking you questions like, tell us your greatest crypto horror story. It's like we love questions like this because it kind of pulls away from all the tech. But we're already 15 minutes over. Those questions usually take a little bit of time, but I don't think we've even scratched the surface with AI Garden. So I suggested we just have to have him back, and then we'll do the hot seat questions next time we have you on when you're able to come on with us again. But man, I can't get over the platform in its infancy, because that's what it is right now. And by the way, if somebody had a suggestion for you, like if they saw anything like today that when they were watching the demo, if they had any cool ideas, what would be the easiest way for them to like kind of shoot these ideas over to you?
Well, they can reach out to me on my X account. Just send me a message over there, or
Which is AI Garden Art, right?
AI Garden Art. Also, I have a Telegram channel, which is really cool because I've implemented Chat GPT bot, Garden GPT, in my Telegram, where you can actually, talk to AI in my Telegram channel, which is really fun. Join my Telegram channel and reach out to me there. I see everything that's being posted there and try to respond to everything. Judd, those are probably the main ways.
I do want to ask this question, and it's just kind of it's a strange question, but it's a personal one. I have to ask your age, sir, because you're acting like a 27-year-old here. You're acting like a guy who knows tech, AI, you are completely au fait with the NFT world and the Web3 industry. And here you are building one of the most revolutionary and groundbreaking NFT platforms that has ever been seen and launched. Are you in your 30s still, or are you
I feel like I am.
Are you ahead of your time?
Dude, I feel like you are too.
Yeah, I feel like I'm I'm a young guy, but no, 54.
Wow, man.
Dude,
I mean, and that's
crushing
inspirational. Like for people like me, I just hit 40. I'm like, my time is done. I'm over the hill. But as Sheikh Musa says, age is just a number. That's inspirational, man.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps me going. I mean, I found something that I love, and I love it. I mean, every time I work on the platform, I mean, it's so satisfying, and building something and seeing it work is just an amazing feeling. So I can't wait to build this out even further and turn it into, who knows, the technology is changing so fast. I've changed my video model 3 times already because the technology has changed, and I'm about to change it again because a new model came out that I think is going to make it even better. So who knows where this is going?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy. We also had Rakuten in the chat as well. Rakuten are building the biggest NFT ecosystem and NFT community on Supra. So they're saying fire, just pure fire. There was another question that came through. I'd love to ask you this. It's more of a technical and operational question. Martin, of course, is one of our big fans. He says, are you afraid of overhead costs on the overtime, or are there going to be some kind of subscription? Will you make your overhead costs back via the NFT transaction costs? What's the plan there?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. The revenue that I get from NFT purchases will be enough to cover my overhead.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, the overhead is not not as big as you'd think. I mean, I'm one guy working out of my home, so I don't have a huge group team that I need to take care of yet. I want to have that team, but I don't have it yet. The biggest overhead issues that I have right now are just hosting my site, the different AI models that I'm using, the subscriptions to those for the APIs, and
I think that's the heart of his question is, if you have thousands of users, and you can see with our latest common fund sale, Solido, there are thousands of users investing in that project right now. So the Supra ecosystem has grown to be quite significant. There are a lot of users here. If you get so many users making these API calls, are you afraid of larger overhead costs because of so many NFTs being generated and pulling on your ChatGPT and OpenAI API calls?
No, it's not really that big of a concern because, I mean, if there are that many users, there's going to be that much more revenue. So the revenue is going to be enough to cover my costs. As we scale, I'll have to, spin up more workers so I can handle the concurrency. But I've got that all mapped out, and I don't think it's going to be an issue at all.
I love that. I love that. And I do want to end this. So we've gone over a couple community questions, but I do also have one last question for you. And I think this is a question that it's advice for maybe people that are sitting on the sidelines or people in the crowd. So this is the last question of the episode, but I do want to end our episode on this. So your story from going to a teacher to leading a cutting edge NFT project is a testament to bold renovation and just being a builder, really. What advice would you give to others, especially maybe non-technical builders or creators who dream of maybe building an AI or the NFT space that maybe feel a little bit intimidated? Do you have any, pieces of advice for these people that are scared to be creative?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when I started this, I didn't plan to build what we ended up with. I just wanted to make something simple, and that's really if you're overwhelmed, and just start off with something really simple and build from there. And the biggest thing I can say is just don't give up, especially when times get tough and you don't think you can do it. That's the point where you really got to push through and just plow ahead, because you really can do it. I mean, the one thing that I take from this is there isn't anything that I've wanted to do that I haven't been able to figure out how to do with the help of this collaboration that I have.
But in fairness,
with
you
AI.
are a physics teacher, right? Like you're really smart.
Well, I mean, I'm not a genius, so I mean,
debatable.
Yeah. I feel like what I've done has been hard. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, but I did it over a long period of time. I figured it out piece by piece. I didn't try to jump into 18 different things at the same time. I focused on one thing. I got that accomplished. I moved on to the next thing. So you do things in little chunks. It doesn't seem overwhelming. The biggest takeaway I would ask people to get from this is just don't give up, especially when it gets the hardest, because when it gets the hardest, that's what's really going to take you to the next level. You can do it. You can do it. And like I said, some things took me a month to figure out. There were so many times where I could have quit, and I'm sure that in this situation there are other people who are doing something like this who would have quit, but I just wanted to do it, and I was going to do it at any cost. I just kept at it over and over and over and over again until it finally clicked. And that's what I don't want to tell builders what to do, because I'm not the the experienced builder, but just from my own experience, when it gets the hardest, figuring it out, that's when it's the most satisfying.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And as the great poet Dory said from the wonderful novel Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. And as our boy Judd saying, just keep building, baby. We are out here
swimming.
That's right. And
That's right.
Just keep building. Just keep building. You're going to have hard times. You're going to have hard technical difficulties. But as Judd said, you can get past these. And once you get past these, there's no better feeling than going, holy shit, man. I spent all that time and I didn't think I was going to do it, but I did it. And the whole rest of your day, you're walking around with a little bit more swagger. You're eating dinner. You're really just thriving at that point. And I want everybody in the world to feel that feeling, because I do think it's like one of the things that building something and it finally working is something that is really hard to explain. And I think everybody should feel that at one point in their life, whether it be building a Lego set, whether it building an AI NFT platform, whatever tickles your fancy, go build.
Yeah. There was the one thing that I'd like to leave off with that really resonated with me in my discussion with my buddy ChatGPT was after I had built this out to a significant point, I said to the AI, I said, how is it that I was able to do this? I mean, why doesn't this exist yet? How come nobody else has built this? And the AI said back to me, because nobody told you that this is impossible to do.
Ooh, bars! Yo,
ChatGPT
spitting hot fire.
bringing
Good
the
Lord,
inspiration.
dude!
Yeah.
I'm ready to run through a fucking brick wall after hearing that,
Whoa,
dude.
man.
Holy shit!
Whoa.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Dude, that fired me up.
Awesome.
I'm going to jiu-jitsu after this, and whoever is paired up with me is in trouble. Okay, I'm fired.
Yeah, the only problem with
that.
jiu-jitsu is you can't ask ChatGPT to help you fight.
That's right.
Judd, this has been the most incredible episode, man. Like, a little bit of inside knowledge for you. Our CEO actually messaged Chase and I and said, keep an eye on AI God, and there's some serious stuff happening here.
Josh loves you, man. He's such a huge fan of you. This is serious.
And dude, you brought everything that Josh promised. Josh said this is going to be such an incredible show. You brought it, bro. You brought it. You brought it much. In abundance. We have to have you on again.
Yes.
Anytime.
We can't wait, man. Thank you. I mean, I know that it is 6:28 for you in the morning. You need to sleep. Final comments from you, Judd. What would you like to leave with the Supra audience watching right now?
This has been an amazing experience. It's really, they're NFTs, so I don't want to get too emotional about it, but this is one of the greatest things that I've ever done. I mean, I'm really proud of what I've accomplished, and I'm really excited to bring it to the Supra community, which has been amazing. And Josh has been incredible. Being on Supra, having access to Josh has just been really amazing. You wouldn't get that on another blockchain. So it's a special place. It's a special blockchain. What you guys have built is amazing, and I'm just really happy to bring what I built to it.
Well, we're just really happy to have you, really, Judd. This has been such a great show. Thank you. I know that you taught in New Zealand. I had to throw this out there as a South African. The South Africans will win the rugby championship. New Zealand will not. Just had to throw that out there. I'm sure you know a lot about rugby.
I noticed you got your all black on. So I mean,
yeah. I mean, that's only because of Supra. That's the only reason. If you spent 1 week in New Zealand, you would know all about rugby, because they live, eat, sleep, and rugby. They live, eat, sleep, rugby. Judd, you are a rock star in the Supra ecosystem. We can't wait to see AI Garden live on mainnet. This has been an amazing show. Chase, I think we need to go and lie down for a few seconds.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go beat up some adults, because Judd has got me so fired up, and then I'm gonna come back and get some work done.
Let's go, man.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Judd, thank you for joining us.
A privilege, really, from me and James and everybody that got to sit through this 1.5-hour episode. It's one of the longer ones we've had, but I don't think we could have cut it any shorter, because there was just so much incredible information being sent out. So thank you. There will be a part 2 coming soon.
Yeah. And
Looking forward
I
to
can tell you
filming.
this, we cut 10 questions. 10 questions. That's how long the episode went. We had so much info, so much alpha that we couldn't get through everything. It was phenomenal. Judd Levy, folks, the co-founder and CEO, well, actually just the founder. I mean, we haven't even spoken about any other team members. He's so humble, he called himself a co-founder. I would say you're a founder and CEO of AI Garden. Follow them now, AI Garden Art. This has been episode 37 of The Sup. We'll catch you guys same time, same place next week, episode 38 on the way. Join us then. We also have our community call with Josh and John on Monday. Join us then. Don't forget the Solido sale is now public, available for the next 72 hours. Until then, peace.
Peace.
Now we running with precision. Oracle's automation, man, we changing the division. Multi-VM flex, ain't no stopping the ignition. Cross-chain community.